Hey, what is up? How are you? I'm Mel. This is my 2022 makeup inventory, 2023 makeup library, and I am at the end of all of my palettes. So I'm going to do all of my 4 pans and 5 pans together. I just think it'll be easier and I don't have that many. So let's just get into it without any further discussion, shall we? So let's start with 5 pans and then we'll do 4 pans. And the first one I have is this one. This is from Kevin Aqua. And this was in a Space NK 2020 advent calendar, which was such a fun advent calendar. I loved it. I'm going to pull the little card out and show this to you. So my goal was to get 5 uses out of this. It has a cream shadow and it has 5 regular shadows. And you can see that cream shadow has sort of a line of demarcation. I have tried to get extra use out of this, and I pulled the cream shadow out so I could use it more, and that worked. I've gotten my 5 uses out of this palette, 2 using the entire thing, 3 of just the cream shadow, and I'm going to give it away. I have a friend who I think would really like it, and I just never remember to use it, and it's just one of those things. The bulky packaging is just a deterrent. I don't know what to say. Don't love small palettes, and I especially don't love bulky packaging. So the other 4 5-pan palettes that I have, as I fling them, these are all Natasha Denona Mega palettes. And right here, I have Peak, Aeona, Coral, and Camel. And I think a couple of these came from a BoxyCharm. A friend grabbed them for me. They weren't a gift. She just was like, hey, they have these. Do you want me to buy some for you? And I was like, yeah, duh. And then the other ones I got from Natasha Denona's website. I highly recommend these because you can make your own 5-pan Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes using the megas with these. So the megas would be green, brown, purple, blue, triochrome, gold, sunset, Biba. Those are all mega palettes. There might be others I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. Circo Loco might be another one. I don't have that one, so I don't know for certain. But I love taking these out, using them as singles, and then making 5-pan palettes. So that's what I'm going to be doing with these this year with my makeup library. I will tell you that Camel is 3 out of 5 are actually Camel. These 2 on the end are not. These are Camel. These 2 are not Camel. I had a kind of a Franken palette I picked up on Mercari in sunset packaging. And what I did is I actually got that one. I got these, and then I combined them all together and then pulled out the 25 that I most wanted, and then resold the palette, and for what I paid for it. And then even with taxes and fees and everything, I got a really good deal on it in the first place, so that I would have like 25 kind of perfect shades. And the only one that is still fully intact is Peak. So this one I just was like, I wouldn't change this. It's perfect the way it is. And then Coral, it's not that I didn't like them. It's just that there were a few shades, like I think this one from the Star palette, that I just really didn't want to give up. But I made myself declutter. And the person who got the palette loved it. In fact, when I see pictures of it, I'm like, oh, it's such a good palette. So I wish I could kind of remake it. But anyway, what's done is done. But these are going in my singles collection for BYOPs. And that's it for 5 pans. Let's go to 4 pans. Similar situation is Viseart. Each of these rows across, so this is a row, this is a column, so each of the rows is a quad. And I love the Viseart quads. I love the Viseart formula in general. And I just have so much fun with them. And so what I did was I actually took the quads and I put them into their palettes so that I could get a little bit more use out of these. And it has worked really well. I like it a lot. And I do use these as singles. And I might do this some more with the Grand Pro and some other things. So anyway, this is going into my singles, but I just wanted to say I do have 5 quads from Viseart that, I mean, they count. These don't have usage on them because I use them as singles and they get put into BYOPs. And tracking usage is just a totally different ball game. And so I don't even try. I just use them and I enjoy them and I have fun with them. And I don't worry about it beyond that. The next quad I have is my absolute favorite eyeshadow formula that I've ever tried. This is Surratt. They use a Japanese slurry formula. I made this quad in 2019, I believe, maybe 2020. This is Ombre d'Or Rose, Chocolat Noir, and Marron. And 2021, yes, I paid $65 for the packaging and the 4 shadows, and I love this. It is worth so much more to me than a Tom Ford quad. It is more sleek. It doesn't have annoying little extras, and I just absolutely love it. Now, what I did is I cut a magnet to fit in the back, and then I put tin stickers on the back of the palette, so I actually have something that I can depot, but I just end up keeping it this way. I love it. It's such a great quad. One of my all-time favorite pieces of makeup in every way, shape, and form, the formula, everything. And then we have Tom Ford and we have a dog hair. Okay, so this is the Super Nouveau quad. I've used it 3 times. And I would need to check my records to see where I picked this up. And I have these actually somewhere on my phone. So this one I got off of Saks and paid like, $40 whatever. The colors really aren't for me, and I don't use it. So this is going to go on the chopping block, but it's not actually chopping block. I just need to get the original packaging, which I still have, the brushes, which I still have, and the velvet bag and everything together. And then I'm going to sell that. And then this one is Leopard Sun. This one I'm going to do the same thing with. Yeah. And this one I'll sell for less because it has the gash. When I was taking the plastic out, I actually gashed the plastic into it when I first got it. But this is Leopard Sun. It's beautiful, but I don't use it. So if it doesn't sell for something good, I'll keep it. It's not like it's the end of the world. Could even see myself giving it to a friend that would use it because it's chopping block and I don't use it. And then this one I waited forever for. This is Mink Mirage. This isn't going anywhere. I actually love this one. I use this one all the time. And I paid $46 for it. It was a weird thing, I think, with Bergdorf. And yeah, so I've used this 6 times. And it took me forever to get this. I ordered it in 2021. It took 8 months, I think, to ship, but it was totally worth it. If I just had 4 neutral mattes, these would be my 4 neutral mattes. It's really, really beautiful. It's super basic and boring, but when I need something in a pinch, when I'm in a hurry, this is what I pull because I've got my browns, my creams, everything I need. So I really like this one. It's going to stay. And the formula is really nice too. It's a good matte formula. It's not the best matte formula ever, but it is a good one. And then I have this one. This is Belle de Pêche. So this is the packaging. Yeah, it's a little bit fingerprinted. I just got this one in the mail in the last couple of weeks. I've used it 3 times. And this one is weird. This is a wet dry formula, even though nobody says it is. It feels very creamy. People say it feels rubbery. Think the thing that's really weird about this is that when I first started using it, it didn't swatch very well. And I'm finding that these baked shadows and baked formulas for highlighters and everything, sometimes they get a weird coating on the top. Not a coating, but just in the process of baking, they just have a weird consistency. And if you can get past that, which I know means you have to mess up the design, then you get something really beautiful. And I love this. I love peach. I love this Belle de Pêche. Someone in one of the YouTube videos I watched about it suggested using it as a face palette, just swirling the colors together. I did that this week and it was beautiful. So yeah, I was really happy with doing that, and I've gotten 3 uses out of this one. My goal then would be 27 uses, and I don't think I'm going to have any problem getting there, especially since it can be used as a cheek product as well. So these are great. These 3 are going to go back into my library with my other palettes, and then all of that is going to go into my library with my singles, and then everything else is going in my I guess declutter chopping block sales 3 quads. I have 1 12 pan, but I didn't put it with my 12 pans because technically it isn't a 12 pan. So if you're wondering what those are, which quads that is made up of, I'm happy to let you know. Just put that in the comments below and I will make sure to answer you. So that is it for me. I will talk to you soon. I hope you had an amazing new year, and I hope that you will enjoy the makeup library that you have and not go too crazy buying. I know this has really made me get excited for 2023 and just using what I have and just enjoying it. So I hope you have a great night, and I will talk to you soon.